So this video tells you about the next type of nanomaterial called buckyball. The other name of the buckyball is fullerene. We will see about this. The buckyballs are having the structure of the Montreal biosphere by Buckminster Fuller, which was invented in the year 1967. Actually, the Buckminster Fuller was an architect who formed this geodesic dome. So, based on this structure, a British scientist named Harry Kroto discovered buckyballs in 1985. So, buckyball is the common name for a molecule called Buckminster fullerene. It's named after the architect itself. It is made of 60 carbon atoms formed in the shape of a hollow ball as shown in the figure. So, these buckyballs is having some unique properties. They are very hard to break even at the temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius and would bounce back if squeezed or slammed against a solid object. It is made up of 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons, as we are looking over this figure. So they reflect a fluorescent light, as these are just carbon atoms, and it is the largest particle to possess wave particle duality. And the next definitions for this buckyball is: the buckyball is a 60 carbon bonded structure, and so it is also called as C16 fullerene. So only known carbon allotrope that can be dissolved at room temperature is this buckyball. It's having aromatics, which are the best solvents. They are the largest known molecule to exist in space. It is very strong and it can be twice as rigid as diamond and so costlier too. The pure C60 grows in a lattice and is an insulator. So first it is having lattice structure and acts as an insulator. By placing alkali atoms in the interstitials, the crystal becomes metallic, and once it becomes metallic, it eventually superconducts at even low temperature itself. Then it's having so many applications, as it is a 60 carbon bonded element and it's having superconductivity. It finds applications in many fields. It is used in artificial photosynthesis, in cosmetics, in surface coatings, biological applications, hollow success buckyballs used in cancer treatment, buckyball antibody combinations, and it fights allergy. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's an inhibitor of HIV, and it's also used in military armor and chemical sensors. And these buckyballs, which are single walled carbon molecules, are easy to synthesize using electric arc discharge, laser ablation, and chemical vapor deposition methods. In electric arc discharge method, we have to use graphite rods which are made of carbon, and these graphite rods are charged by sending inert gases through the tube arrangement present over there. The inert gases will be helium and armenium, and by passing these inert gases by taking out the vacuum through vacuum pump, here the graphite rods get a superconductor, and their carbon deposit is also there. It creates an arc plasma. At the arc, a plasma has been generated, which is then formed as carbon nanoparticles, which is then arranged in perfect lattice structure through the excitation itself. We can make it as a C16 fullerene structure. So this is electric arc discharge method, and next to this is vapor deposition method. Here volatile precursors has been used to react and decompose on the substrate surface. So over the substrate surface, the nanocrystalline powders has been formed, and some byproducts are also there. These are removed by gas flows, and silicon films on titanium carbide or nitride has been formed, which gives silicon dioxide and aluminum oxide. See, this is the chemical vapor deposition chamber, and over this both hydrogenated nucleation and homogeneous nucleation has been done. So gas inflow is there, which gives chemical components to enter into the chamber. Here precursors has been sent in, which reacts with the aerosol cells and it becomes monomers to deposit on the substrate to give epitaxial or polycrystalline or amorphous film like structures, from which we can reprocess to get crystals. And these precursors, whenever transported to whenever sent through aerosols, it will become granular films by transporting over as growth species within the reactor itself. And if the gas is taken out through the aerosol, it will become aerogels and coated over a collecting surface when passing over there, and from that aerogel coatings we can create nanocrystalline powders. So this is the process with the chemical vapor deposition. And in laser ablation method, we have to remove material from a solid surface by irradiating it with a laser beam. So a target has been placed and a laser light is made to fall over it. Whenever laser light is fall over it, it irradiate and it evaporates, and this evaporation, which is named as plume, deposit over the substrate layer and make a deposited film, and from that we can collect the nanoparticles and to produce the C60s. So here low laser flux and high laser flux has been used. At a low laser flux, the material is heated by the absorbed laser energy and evaporates or sublimates. At a high laser flux, the material is converted to a plasma. The gas condensation, which is done on the deposited film, is to produce nanoparticles of metal oxides and metal carbides. So this is the laser ablation method. And whenever we are doing this, we have to see with the safety and toxicity. So all the times whenever we are using laser, we have to check with the level of laser beam. So moreover, in studies with mice, this C60 has shown no toxic effects. So the fullerenes, which are C60s with no functional groups, can have positive effects and act as antioxidants, as we have seen in the applications. But the fullerenes with the functional groups can be highly toxic, but the danger is from the functional group only, not the fullerenes. So we have to choose up the functional group as the best ones. And these buckyballs, the main application of these buckyballs are with personal care products. So in most of the foreign countries, it is used in whitening creams because it enhances skin absorption and helps fight the appearance of the fine lines, wrinkles, sagging skin, and dark spots caused by the oxidation of cells. So UV whitening creams containing fullerene ORS, which are patented Nobel Prize technology, is a superior radical scavenger with an unparalleled antioxidation effect, which eliminates free radicals and inhibits UVA induced melanin formation. So buckyballs find so many applications. This is the major application which is highly patented one. So that's all about buckyballs. So we will see the next type in the next slide.